So if you had to reread a book, what would it be?
It would probably be.
Hey everyone, welcome to Three Sisters, One Book. I'm Shanice. I live in Houston, Texas, and I would say I am the sister who can tell the ending before I get to the end of the book.
Hey everyone, I am Ajale Pantini. I am from Canton, Ohio, and I currently reside in Cleveland, Ohio. I am the sister who can read about 100 books in a year, and I really enjoy psychological thrillers. Well, women fiction and psychological thrillers because they're very fast-paced. I really enjoy how the characters kind of involve and something happens and you least expect it. Kind of like a mystery, but with more suspense. I also
Well,
like women fiction because I just feel like in the author world, I mean, in our world, in our society, women have to work twice as hard to get anything. So I feel like women authors should be more known. So I just want our
same. Same.
podcast to be able to bring awareness.
Yeah. For me, psychological thriller. I do love the fast-paced books, and I love how it makes you think. Like if you're reading it and you think one thing is happening, and then boom, something else happening. Is not the book is not how you thought it'd be. Most times I can predict the ending, so I don't always like books like that. Like kind of like Freida McFadden books, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I understand. A couple of Friedrich Fadden books, I feel as though I was able to like know what was going to happen in the end, but there are a few
Mm.
that I've been shocked.
Yeah, especially the first book I read of her was You Gave Me the Housemaid. That one I was
Yes,
like, what the heck? The
yes,
movie was terrible, but the book
yeah. The movie did
sucked
not
it.
match up.
I hated the movie.
Never.
I didn't hate it,
Sometimes
but
it never does.
it's like a five.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, what type of genre are you always going to say yes to, no matter what?
Psychological thriller.
Mm.
Psychological thriller. It used to be romance. Well, I would say fantasy when I was a kid, and then I feel like in my teenage years it blossomed into romance. And now I don't know, as an adult, I just really love a psychological thriller. Probably just because I feel as though at a certain point, sometimes when you get into watching TV a lot, and the less you read, so I feel like psychological thrillers are just so fast paced that I don't need to be reading it for a long time. Whereas back when I was a kid, I was reading, books that were over 500 pages.
Yeah. Uh, Me, I love a good like werewolves, dragons, magic, warlocks, all of it. Love it. Like I read all of The Fourth Wing, that series. So, what trope of writing style makes you immediately put a book down?
Um, I would say anything that's too, like, way too, like sexual, and a lot of things that they probably have like a lot of things to do with children that are not good.
Same,
Stuff
same.
like that is hard to read. I wanna if I want to read something like that, I want to be like more like I could, educational, where I'm learning something,
Mm,
not where I'm like reading for enjoyment.
sure.
What about you?
For me, um, there's no adventure or fighting or there is too no plot and it's just too heavy on their love and sexual relations and I'm just like all right, I'm done. I immediately
Yes,
put the book down.
yes.
Like where's the
Especially
where's
like
the plot?
20, 30 pages in, there needs to be something,
Not
something
even
going on.
23, like within like the first 2-3 pages. If it's only just about that, I'm like all right. So So are you someone who totally just DNFs, like do not finish? Or are you someone like who needs to push through or what?
I try to push through. I try because I always think about, I want to be a writer. I want to write a book one day. So I always just hope that somebody will just give my book a chance. Um, so I try to just to give the book a chance. But if I'm really not like, it takes me a while to really DNF a book because I feel so sad for the book, and like I'm such a reader that like it's really into book that I think about the characters and like, dang, I really want to know the ending. But then I feel as a as a reader that I'm cheating myself if I skip to the ending. So then I can't skip to the ending, so I wait so long to DNF because I know that I'll never be able to find out the ending. And I get so in tune with the characters.
So is there a book out there, a trope that everyone loves that you don't?
The Sarah J. Maas series, um, I could not get through Court of Thrones and Roses, the first book. I've heard from so many people to just get
But it
through the
was
first
good.
book, and it'll be so much better from there on. And the first like four, 6, 7 chapters, I've never done that before. I was like, I can't read it. I literally took it back to the library the next day. It was
What
just
was wrong
like
with it?
it was just I don't know if it was like the way she was describing the character in the beginning, or like I don't know, it didn't catch me. It didn't really incite me. But everyone said that it was like more of like a lot of world building, a lot of history, and it was really going to be a little slow for a little bit, and then it picked up in like the second book. But I guess I'll never find out.
Except Paranormal Activity. I won't read any horror books. Like, It. Stephen King. The way he writes. I don't think I'll ever get into him.
Oh yeah, I tried to read it, and I don't know. Yeah, it feels like I was dumb reading it. It felt like I was dumb because I'm like trying to read it, and it felt so hard to understand. And I'm like, I'm a reader. I know I can read. So when it comes to enemies and lovers, or like a regular like romance, what do you prefer? Like a
I
typical
do love a
romance
good
story or
enemies
enemies
to
to
lover.
lovers?
I don't know what it is, but I do love a good enemies to lover. I know it's sometimes the ones I read are not always the best, but because sometimes it has like emotional abuse in it. But I do love a good turnaround when the character changes. So I do love a good enemies to lover. Sometimes the typical romance it's just bland. And
Yeah,
there's something wrong with it.
I can understand that. I Enemies to lovers, I really don't. I mean, I veered off of romance. Um, I don't know, for a while, but I kind of been getting back into romance, especially with the Kennedy Ryan series. She writes romance beautifully. Because I kind of felt like romance is kind of like um like a cycle. It's just kind of like boy meets girl, they fall in love, they love each other, the end. Um, so I really like Kennedy Ryan. So I like how she discusses so many different issues beyond just
Yes.
boy meets girl. Um, sometimes
I
the
think
relationship is not
now that
pretty.
we're older, because we understand what a relationship takes. I think now that we're older,
Yeah,
that we don't just avoid this girl and this happened, fine, happen.
exactly.
There's more aspects. Like the show I watched, Virgin River and Sweet Magnolias. Like I love
Yes.
the way that they depict relationships, especially in Virgin River. How it's not always pretty. There's stuff that you have to work on. You have triggers. You know what I mean? I love the way um they make that show. So I do love a good
Yes.
book that does depict that correctly, not something that. So, um, what are you excited about with the book that we're going to be reading?
I'm excited because I never heard about it, so it's always exciting to read a book that I feel like you've never heard about, never seen. I'm in a lot of book groups and of course on TikTok and Facebook, so I
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of books, but this one I never even heard about for some reason. And I don't know, it's intriguing. It's intriguing about. I try not to read like the preview of like what the book is about. I try just to go into it with blind, basically going blind, like they say, going blind with the book. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I went in blind and read the first chapter, and the first chapter, and I was just hooked by the conception of this main character who is just she has a sense to lose things, and I have a sense to lose things. So I feel like we always already connect.
With me, with the book, I heard about this. I wonder if it's. I don't know if they're doing an adaptation because I don't know where I heard about it, but I did hear about it and I heard it was really excited about. I'm excited to see what was the last thing.
Me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm. So, um, so we're gonna cut right here. We're gonna go into what we are gonna be doing for the podcast.
Okay. So am I asking you something?
I guess I'll just explain it. So on this journey of discovering this book, we will be meeting twice a month. And so we're going to read half the book, and then we're going to basically regroup and talk about what we like about the book, what we're not, and what do we think the ending is going to be. And then we're going to, when we finish the book, then we're going to come back and say what we loved about it and what we didn't, and talk about what characters spoke to us and what we didn't particularly like about the book.
Right. I'm so excited to get reading, and I'm excited to talk about the book, and we'll get back with you guys soon.
That just sounds so weird.
Okay. Well, we will catch you guys back on Three Sisters in One Book. We're so excited to start reading the book and let you guys know our thoughts, feelings, and no, I don't know, Nini.
Okay, so what I said, just to kind of go what I said, like, we're gonna talk about what we liked, first half of the book, second half of the book. Follow along with us, come argue with us, come enjoy talking about your favorite books, your favorite authors. New episodes drop every 2 weeks, and you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Three Sisters One Book. So if you love books and you love a good argument, this is your home. The first book of our series is going to be The Last Thing He Told Us by Laura Dave. Can't wait to discover all the great things about it and who and what's the last thing he told her.
Yes, I am excited to dive in as well. I feel like this is going to be a really good psychological thriller, especially because it dives into a different type of, story that I haven't read. So I'm just really excited to read it and really excited to discuss it with you guys, and hope you tune in to share your thoughts, your feelings, and hear our thoughts, feelings, and our expressions about the book. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
And I'm Aijale.
And we
are
Three Sisters, One Book.
And One Book.
Thank you so much for listening. Our very first episode. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Three Sisters One Book.